think we can get in?
I don't know. These gates are kind of high.
I'll give you a leg up.
All right.
The cars are right.
Dude, look. That's Faraday Future, fam. And we're going to try to sneak in there.
What are you doing here?
We're just curious about Faraday Future. We were trying to sneak in.
We'll give you a tour.
You're gonna give us a tour?
Yes.
No freaking way.
You guys like soccer?
Oh, look at this. Hey, never mind. Let's just hang out in here all day.
Yeah.
All right, fam. So this is Larry in front of us, and we have like an entourage behind us getting a tour of Faraday Future right now. We're in the Research and Development building. So did you guys put all the EV charging stations over there, or that was there before?
No, this was formerly Nissan US North America. And so there was no EV company on this facility prior to Faraday Future coming on board. So we've been here for 14 years, so it was practically before since 2014, I believe it, so before the EVs were online.
Nice. So this is where me and Vincent are gonna be coming to buy our Faraday Future in the future. And there it is right there. What?
So when Faraday was launched back in August and they started to do deliveries, prior to that, this is our showcase. This is essentially a trophy. This has most of the basic functions of the vehicle, the seat, the interiors, but it basically sits here as a showroom. This is the futurist model here, and you notice in the white, which you won't see the white in the Alliance as of yet because there's a limited color palette for the Alliance, which is our flagship vehicle.
That's the 2.0?
The 2.0 Futurist Alliance. And if you look at, you see the different types of wheels that are being offered at this current time for these particular models. Standard 22-inch wheels. The height allows it to be classified as an SUV, but it's also a luxury sedan, and it's also a hypercar. So as you start to see things today, everything that I'm saying will be unfolded a little bit at a time. The interior of this vehicle, tinted windows, you can't really see it, but the interior of this vehicle, even at the time of launch, was even upgraded to the model that was delivered to our first clients. And if you come over here, if you're in the showroom as a potential buyer, and you're not doing anything too crazy, you just want like kind of off the rack version, we give you a couple of options over here to choose from of interiors, finishes, your trim, your exterior colors. These are for the Alliance, whereas these are the Futurists.
Okay.
And then the reds, and that all for the future. And Alcantara Materials, which is also a company that focuses on sustainable materials. I'm going to show you later on some materials that Alcantara is able to provide for us, which not only are we doing EV, which helps the environment from a fuel standpoint, but also the materials are sustainable. So we do have the leathers, the premium leathers, those things, but if someone is even more earth conscious or environmentally conscious, we can incorporate sustainable materials for the fit and finish. And then that's our boardroom where, decisions are made and people are hosted. It's boring when there's nobody in there and there's no multi-million-dollar deals going on. But this is like the first point of entry where someone's introduced to it. This is where the sales takes place. The sales team sits over here. They engage you. All of the financial business is handled in this room for a customer person. I'm going to take you guys over. We're going to go out that way because I'm going to take you to behind the curtain, and you can see how the sauce is made. I don't like the words, see how the sausage is made. That's grotesque. But you can see how the sauce is made.
I want to see the sauce.
The tomatoes and the seasonings go in.
I want to see the boring stuff.
Okay, go for the boring stuff.
Oh, this is where you guys have done your media. I've seen some videos and pictures of you guys.
That was the first one that was fully put together.
Oh, are these the TVs you were talking about?
This is the old TV we're talking about.
Okay.
This is one of the back then was the biggest, or largest TV, 120-inch screen.
What?
These old TVs have been here for more than 7 to 8 years.
Bro, wait, how big is that TV right there?
Back then, all the celebrities in China, when they bought those TV, they have to break the window of their apartment, and they have to use crane to put it back from outside.
Yeah, I don't think that's fit through my front door.
The first ever Netflix-ish in China. That was the first one. Back then he bought a lot of TV or movie IPs, and that was very early when people were not really paying for to watch anything, because back to China there was like a moment that everything was free in the internet, right?
Right.
But he was the first person who started to acquire a lot of IPs.
And his streaming network was one of the first streaming networks that had their own original series and things like that too.
Right.
So he was very successful in that field.
It was huge. I think YT was actually called, because he has invented so much stuff. He was actually called, Steve Jobs and Elon Musk of China.
I have heard that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And because there was so much stuff that actually happened earlier than what happened in the U.S. And he was one of the least people who really innovated a lot from use the product innovation, use the future desire from the users, and put it back as a requirement for the product, and drive the technology moving forward. So that's a very fundamental. And also, this car you see, or you will see again, is actually designed and defined from 10 years ago, 10 years back.
Right, for 2014.
2014, and then that today you still feel it's very, very advanced, and that's basically that's one of the key secret sauce that we have: the constant innovation and the ability to define from the future for the future. It's very rare that you see in this world.
So this room that we're in right now, this is where our 3D printers are. So when you say, why would you have 3D printers? You guys make cars. But there are components within inside the vehicle that we'll show you later, that if a customer really wants something really unique, we can make it right here. Like I said, we are a completely internal ecosystem from concept to final development. So if there are components, steering wheel accessories, even when you get down to like mirror housings or something to that effect,
State of the art.
we can actually print it here. We don't have to outsource everything, but we can have a whole variety of materials. We have some of the latest technology in 3D printing.
So these are 3D printers?
These are 3D printers. So even from small things, as small as that, just a small accent, to even larger things, and we even have a larger 3D printer, which is a water jet, which can actually deal with metallics. So we can do some steel components. So if something is not right, if it doesn't come back from the factory perfect, we can perfect it here on site, right here in Gardena. So this cuts down on the time for delivery, but also allows us to change things on a dime. If a customer really, really wants something completely unique, now if somebody brings in a big brick of platinum, hey, we can cut it down for them. No. The scraps we're gonna hold on to, don't worry about it. And we're gonna have a couple more chains walking around the campus, but we can do whatever needs to be done to satisfy our customers'
Is that what
desire.
Chris Brown's doing?
He's not getting any platinum chain, platinum components that I know of yet. If he does, hey, it's all good. Then we both have chains. So all of the things that we need to do is all here, and then we have even larger 3D printers for the metallics. So,
Dang, this is cool.
Go back. These are some of the parts that we looked earlier.
Okay.
Some of the interior trim parts that we cut. Obviously, one of the key things, as Larry mentioned, a tailor-made, basically a customization. You have something that you want specifically that you want to put in the car. 3D printing is here for it. From material that you can look in over there, carbon fiber material.
What if I wanted like a 24 karat gold
24 karat magic.
steering wheel?
yes.
So clear.
The answer is yes. And believe me, I'm gonna show you where that happens.
That's in the CNC machine. Typically, it's not a 3D printing. What is this for? For gold. But you have a special machining process that you can definitely do. Actually, most of the stuff you can do. Anything you can do. But I think if you have a desire, we should be able to do it.
The service and R&D department.
Have you seen anything online like this?
I saw a video that they posted with a little bit of background on their factory and stuff like that, but nowhere near like this.
Well, this isn't the factory. This is more their research and
Oh
development.
yeah.
So this is some of everything.
Okay.
So over on that side, that's service. Those are some vehicles that are being serviced right now. The lights are off.
So are all of these just R&D cars, or are these planned for delivery over
These
here?
are delivery vehicles. We have a couple of Gamma vehicles over there. Like I was telling you, what happens here in this building, so this being the R&D building, the ideas conceptualized upstairs with the engineers and the code writers. Then they partner with the counterparts in China. They work together, they do the code online, Once the code happens, then it comes downstairs to this room over here, which you're going to see in a second. And from that room into these cars, and from those cars to Gamma vehicles. So you like that burgundy, we have a Gamma of the burgundy. This is how it looks on the car. So you can see, it really is one step at a time. We are in these cars daily. Somebody's working on something, somebody's developing something. We're not just, cookie cutter. We're constantly in the process of improving the quality, the functionality, the capabilities of the vehicle.
Yeah.
So this is a engineer's play toy. They come to work every day and they're inside the cars.
And you had mentioned earlier that the time frame from the time a concept is conceived to the time that it could potentially be in a car is a month to 3 months.
About 3 months from an idea to something that we could actually put inside of a car. Only thing that would slow us or delay us would be government approval. Right. That's the one thing that is out of our control because we have to be compliant. We have to follow the government regulations, and then the safety of the public, not only for our passengers, our drivers, but also the larger community. That's something we cannot bypass. We can't fast track that. So we work as fast as the government will allow us to work. So once the 8.1 starts to be developed, it will go through a safety protocol process as well. Okay. The dual color stitching, all of these variations, we put them in one of these cars first. And if it says, okay, it's working, we take it out. Maybe an employee will drive it, a couple of employees in the back. We give our feedback internally. We come back, we discuss, was it smooth, was it bumpy? We had two types of suspension. There's a spring suspension and an air suspension. Which one worked better? Well, we like the air suspension on the freeway, or we like the spring suspension on the street. All those conversations I had internally on one of these vehicles. They're torn apart, as you can see on the other side, put back together. Torn apart, put back together, tell us right. Currently do not use third-party vendors for service, modifications or anything. Everything is internal. One of the future iterations might be third parties, partners, but that's not on the agenda. That's not a priority right now. Collaborative code writing, both California and China. Two, these guys are down here who are also another level of engineers who are actually going from software engineering to hardware engineering, working together. So you have the software developers and engineers working with mechanical engineers who sit in these rooms over here that take the code and actually make the parts and the components function. And so you have that clean room there and the blue coats and the lab coats. So there, all this chaos here is someone making something work. So all the computers, we're getting all the feedback on the things. So everything is thoroughly tested and tested again. I can't can't state that too much, that it is a process. This is our process. This is how the sauce is made. So all of that software. And these vehicles over here are vehicles that are torn apart, and it goes from the table into a vehicle. And does it make the lights come on? Does the steering wheel work? Does the interface work? Is the screen working right? Is the touch screen working right? All that's tested in one of these vehicles here. Then from this vehicle to that Gamma. And from that Gamma to the streets. From the streets to the customer. After we pass safety protocol. If the government pushes back, we'll make the change right here. We don't have to go overseas. We don't have to deal with somebody. We have technicians right here on site that can make those changes.
Include, say for example, iPhones and everything, they have software updates constantly. For glitches or for problems with user interface. If there is a problem that someone does have with the user interface, very quick fixes and stuff like that.
Very quick. So if I'm a customer and I'm out in the field, so I was actually driving one of the vehicles and I was in Vegas and I had an issue. Okay, all I did was made a phone call and say, hey, this is what's happening with the car, connected with an engineer, software engineer, and they give me actually can walk me through making that fix in the field. Right. We have basically how you have in your laptop or your computer, reset function, like you press this button, it'll reset. Actually with our vehicles, you can hold the steering wheel and reset the software interface in the car. Wow. By doing a basic combination of buttons.
Very nice.
And then you could basically reboot your entire system. And I also had to learn how to reboot the entire car in the field. So it's pretty quick.
Yeah. Well, and that's compared to any other car where you have a software issue, you have to bring it to the dealership.
You have to get it to the dealer, because the thing about an EV, if one of these goes down, like any EV, it's a brick. It's a brick. It's going down. It's not moving.
Right.
Well, with our cars, if it goes down, if it's a software issue, you're able to manually reset it in the field and get it up and running, and you may not ever have to go. They have what they call limp mode. Limp mode is basically a mode where when the car is going, if there's a problem, the car slows down. So if you're on a freeway, you slow down to a safe speed so that you can safely get off. It doesn't just shut down on you. On a Tesla, when you take your foot off the gas pedal, the car pretty much stops. Ours roll to a stop. So we have different things. We've learned from other people that we don't just come to a hard stop. And then if it's something going on software related, it'll go into limp mode. That will allow you to safely exit from the freeway. And then you could do your manual resets over line. We have over-the-air updates. We're not engaging in it yet because that's something, again, safety first. You can actually get talked through how to reset your vehicle. Or we could have someone come to you. This vehicle here was what we used to break the time track records at Willow Springs.
Yeah, it looks like a race car.
Yeah.
It's got the sparkling seats.
So you'll probably get introduced to our racing technology. This one was used, it broke records at Willow Springs. We beat a Ferrari in this car.
Is that a nitrous button right there?
Nitrous.
Nah, that's, again, safety, right? If you're having an issue, we put that button in this car as well as our Gamma cars. So if there's an issue, you hit that button, that'll.
Oh, okay.
That's a
kill
switch. Only in these cars. We don't have one in the customer cars. We don't want them, shutting down.
It's going to blow.
It's going to blow.
Turn it off.
Just ignite, self-destruct. So somebody breaks in your car, you're like, hit self-destruct. You can't steal the car. It'll blow up on you. So like you see, all of it's taken apart, all of the hardware, all the software, Toshiba speakers.
I'm impressed. Like, this is not even a factory. This is just the research.
This
is an art gallery.
It is.
So our factory's in Hanford, which is in Fresno, so only 3 hours away.
No way.
So the factory is still in California, only 3 hours away.
Okay.
So what happens at the factory finishes here. This is a finishing house. So it has a lot of the capabilities of a factory, other we don't have the giant machines to put things together. And then I'm going to show you where it gets even more fun. Like, let's say you have a really, really, really discriminating customer. And you're like, you know what? I'm buying this for myself, and you're okay with the matte black version. But let's say your wife, your significant other, she says, you know what? I want matte purple.
So this is the 01.
This is the 0. This was the idea that inspired the founder to get the funding to make the commercial or the passenger vehicle.
Okay.
So this was a Formula E prototype, conceptualizing from this, but this is not sustainable in terms of a business model. You can't make these, $1 million car. How many of these you're gonna sell a day? Not many.
Man,
But,
I'll buy one.
well, I had a conversation with the CEO, and the CEO says, if someone really wants one, we'll build one for 1.5 or make it street legal.
We have a lot of aerodynamic features backed in already. Go all the way through. This is an awesome design.
Yeah.
Very futuristic.
How
It's like a
fast does this
spaceship.
guy go?
10 miles an hour. It's a concept car.
Oh, okay.
As fast as you could drag it. It was driven by a supercar Blondie. I saw her actually driving this car.
You actually drove it?
Yeah. So it was driven at one point in time.
She was driving in on our parking lot
Yeah.
and felt unbelievable. And you can rewatch the video that she had.
I remember watching that video with
Yeah.
Supercar Blondie.
Yeah.
Actually, that was supposed to be for the phone.
Oh, for the phone?
Plug in your phone there, and you can control everything.
helmet. Yeah.
From your phone?
Yeah, that's basically one of the original idea. When the founder was doing the smart TV that is meant to be create the third AI living space. The other thing is he also had the phones that it was meant to be phone plus 4 wheels and build this AI, future, third space, right? That's basically what the original idea. Now we made it not only the living space, but also we call that hyper, multi-vector and then performance, the hyper power. And then so that the car is able to do a sports car, an SUV, and a sedan. That's the reason why now we call that all-ability AI hypercar. You can do everything. This 3-ton, it's like 6,500 pound car. It's not only 0-60, 2.27, but also you can go on racetrack. And we're actually, I think we're actually top 30 at the Willow Springs already. No car can really compete in this weight segment, but also the cool thing I personally love is when you have a professional driver driving you and you lie down on the back.
Yeah.
No car is able to do that.
Yeah.
Is there a harness for the back?
Yes, you basically you have the of course you won't drive crazy, but the way you feel is like you're very relaxed, but in the same time you're very nervous.
Okay.
You feel this the
Safe.
move.
So we have a technician who's working on the project. You're talking about your 24 karat gold steering wheel. 3D printing for the actual hardware. We could 3D print it and then we could wrap it. So if you want gold and we could actually get the materials and do it here.
Oh, yeah.
So all of the templates, I mean, it's like going to a tailor. We got the fixtures, you just tell us what fabric. This is where a client can choose what they want their car to look like.
Oh, gotcha.
This is something, I think Rolls-Royce offers a version of this online. We do it in-house. This is recycled, so we could fabricate things that are recycled material. This is considered mushroom leather.
Oh, that's so
So
soft.
a plant-based fabric in your car.
Wow.
That's taking sustainability to a whole new level. Repurpose, so if you figure you want to have some repurposed material in your car, if you are that serious about your sustainability and your environmental footprint, this would be where you would come and say, I want this material versus you. Aesthetically pleasing and environmentally conscious.
That's pretty neat. But we are in California.
We are in California. I mean, I'm not saying that the rest of the country is not environmentally conscious.
Nah, tree huggers were born here.
But we got more trees to hug.
You do. Are those the final vehicles over there?
Yep, these are the cars.
So theoretically, if I wanted a seat that was filled with feathers, you guys could make me a
Like
seat
a-
that was filled with feathers?
We could, you see
Like a
that?
down
Yes.
seat?
Like you want you want
Down
downfield
seats?
headrest? Yeah, we could stuff because we have the templates, right, for everything. So you would sew the shape for the covering, have some foam in there, then stuff it with down. You'd never be able to get out of your car. You'd be sleeping in your car. And the cost of it might have your wife make you to live in your car, but you'd have a comfortable new home. It's a good place to get it. Let's talk about being in the doghouse. It's a pretty nice doghouse to get kicked into.
Now, will these cars be eventually delivered?
These cars are delivered.
Whoa, that thing's heavy.
Omar's got a big head too.
Oh, yeah, this will get stuck.
I'll make a bigger one.
That's what she said. Yeah. I like it.
Helmet.
So who was wearing that? Or is that just a concept helmet?
No, I think back then we have a racer / a model. She was wearing
Blondie,
that.
right? Blondie
Yeah.
put it on it.
Oh, she put it on.
No,
Okay,
I
that makes sense.
don't have a blonde
That's
supercar
for a little
blondie
head.
back to 2016 because we released this one at the CES in January 2016, and there was a lot of photos and videos about this. But this is a really cool one.
Very
Nice.
Yeah,
It's a neat helmet. Does that come with the car?
It doesn't, but we can
That's
consider
with
it's
a
a good
01,
idea.
man.
It's a good idea. Yeah,
Right,
we can
yeah.
consider that.
They said when I was watching Blondie's video, she showed like an oxygen tank that kind of
Yes.
comes into the back of the 01 that plugs into the
Yes,
helmet.
yes.
I
Because the
remember
car
watching
takes
that
your breath
video.
away, man.
Variable platform architecture, the VPA, that we can actually do all different bunch of cars.
Okay.
You can stretch this platform to a bigger wheelbase, into a smaller wheelbase, and then you can have different top hat on it.
All right.
Then you basically can have all different cars. I mean, again, this is like 10 years ago when we really developed this concept. We're one of the earliest, 3-motor configuration. We even had this, earlier than Tesla. When Tesla Model S Plateau was out there, we actually have this already in development for many years.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, the company has some up and downs, but we've been always there, resilient, tried to make the things work, and then last year finally we made it, despite all the challenges and all the external or
Well,
environmental
you
things.
have quite a bit to show for the challenges that you guys have
Yeah.
endured. Just even looking at we haven't even seen the factory, but just the research and development has been.
It's been really tough. You know, we have a lot of up and downs, and there's have been a lot of critical moments, but we were just there. You know, you can say the torture of your, psychological evolving process, but also it's a very good training.
Yeah.
Because we became super strong. You know, we became super strong. We keep fighting.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
never give up. Never ever give up. This is a very very important to make the startup to become great again.
It's a flagship. So these motors have 1,050 horsepower.
1,050 horsepower, and also I think the cool thing is one of the reasons why we're able to move a 6,500 pound car to be 0 to 60 2.27 seconds is also we have a high torque. Those three motors combined on the motor level, it goes to close to 2,000 Newton meter. It's huge.
Yeah.
But on the wheel, the whole wheel, the four wheels you see here, is about 13,500 Newton meters.
Ooh.
That's tremendous. Nobody is working on a heavier car with high performing, great, hyper steering, and also a lot of AI. This is the only one that we would try to do here. On one hand, it's a top luxury brand, right? You need to be heavy, and then in the same time, we want it to be very agile, very,
Absolutely.
Great ride and handling performance. That's the reason why the three motor configuration is with our hardware software. Is
And
great.
then this here in the center, these are. Why is there a glass here? What is in the middle there?
That was meant to be demonstrate our configurable or modular based of a battery pack.
The batteries,
There were used to be different strings, but when we actually upgraded our battery concept into the current one that we have.
Yeah, very nice.
And then basically it gave us a more battery what we have today, about 15% more than original ones. In the same time, it was real. We had an EPA of 381 miles.
Right.
And I was driving with three people in it from San Jose back to downtown LA with
good.
360 miles. I still have about 15 miles remaining.
Very
So
nice.
it's like real. It's
Yeah.
very, very hard to believe because typically you have an EPA rating, you have probably like 15, 20%, right? Like other brands.
You guys pride yourself on the modular battery, which was something that I kind of read about online. The modular battery differs from other types of batteries just because you can replace individual modules for it.
Yeah, that was the original idea. That back then, 10 years ago, there was not too many choices of the battery, so you have to really come up with your own solutions. But with the recent development of the complete battery market, I think we can already have some more mature solutions. Then I think we can then focus. Before we have to put a lot of money into the hardware development.
Right.
Now we can focus on where we're the best, which is the software.
Very nice.
Because that's the core technology for the future. But we do have to provide develop a very good, solid platform, foundation. You do need a great hardware in order to have your software to be matching. But then you move along with the software because that's where you want to maximize the capability to make it the user experience the best.
Would this platform be used for the FF81 too?
So this platform is meant to be all different series, as much as we want to carry over.
No way.
So this is the foundation. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Well, seats are reclined. What? This is the spec I want when I get one. I think this is it right here. This is the one I'm getting. I even like the interior. I love the gold stitching. But see, they could customize that too. Like if you want this red, actually I love red. Red would be cool, but I love the gold too.
Sure. There's a lot of opportunity to tailor, customization. And then not only on the hardware side, the other great things about the software, we actually are capable for some tailor-made software as well, based on the user individual
Larry
demand.
was telling me that they're working on a technology where with the screen, like if somebody wants to, let's say, edit some videos or work on some music, they can mirror their Mac or whatever. Like they're making this almost like a workstation. That's something that's in the process right now.
Yes.
Which is cool. This thing is beautiful. I'm blown away.
Are they live streaming the tennis game too?
I don't fit in this thing. Oh, this is... Wow.
Dude.
You gotta sit in this, bro.
Yeah.
Max, you gotta sit in this. I feel like the steering
helmet,
wheel's so
dude?
cool.
You're like laying down.
This is awesome. I feel like I'm gonna play in a really cool video game or something. Or I don't even. This is like a childhood dream. I don't know.
Let's close it up. See you later.
Oh yeah, close it up. This thing got air conditioning. Oh, it does.
You gotta wear the helmet for that. It's inside the helmet.
Oh, the
Get the helmet. Get the
It
helmet.
doesn't fit either.
Yeah, it doesn't
Just hold it. Hold it.
Okay, where's the button to close the door? Here it is.
Just hold the helmet,
Okay, hold it.
like under your arm, like, or act like you're taking it off.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it looks like you're.
I'm taking it off.
Okay.
So do something where you can be like, and then wave your hair back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
Put it on. Okay, this was designed for like a very small female.
You can't wave his hair
Does this
back
fit
and
your
forth.
head? I don't want to mess your hair up.
Wave your hair in the wind.
But this thing has an air compressor hose fitting on the back
It's for an oxygen.
for
tank.
oxygen. Okay.
And the tank is right behind your head, so it hooks you right up in there.
Oh, wow! Look, it just hooks right up. So you become one with the car, with the oxygen and everything. Namaste.
All right, bye.
Bye. I can't get out. I don't want to break anything. Get it out.
This is the time for bloopers. Just roll out. Somersault.
Okay. It's like a familiar feeling, but not familiar. It's almost like you feel like you're a kid again.
I'm taking a nap, bro.
It's like a Chuck E. Cheese ride.
She breaks it, she buys it.
You gonna see if it fits?
Not
It
quite.
almost fits her. Hey, your feet don't reach the pedals.
I know. I have the shortest legs in existence.
But you're tall.
My torso.
Legit looks like a futuristic Batmobile. This is comfortable. Oh. Oh.
I want to lean back.
Oh.
This is the base of the zero gravity.
Oh. Oh, that is zero. Wow. I don't feel my body. This is so cool. Okay, these seats are expensive. These things massage you too? Screw watching TV in my living room. I'll come in here,
Let's throw an Xbox in here, man.
right?
It's also kind of private, private space for you.
Uh-huh.
I think in the future you can also do karaoke if you want.
Oh, you can do karaoke too?
This is studio. This could be a studio as well.
Right.
You can also do the YouTube live stream. I think but it has a hotspot.
Hotspot.
We could give a try on this.
So I didn't know this. FF91 has 3 modems on it. In other words, you can live stream from it. You can do live meetings. Of course, you can watch live television like we're watching right now. Watching some live tennis. Like that's pretty awesome. And eventually you'll be able to mirror your Mac on there, or your iPhone, or Android, of course.
I think the goal is really to come in, you as your identity, your ID. You don't need to bring any devices.
Right.
Come in, the car knows you, you bring all your content through your ID.
It's like your own software.
It's basically it's similar to the phone, similar to the computer. That's your another device.
So there's not even a key. Is there a key?
Right now it's with a phone. There's a key fob
Uh-huh.
that you can use it. But we're also trying to. You see, we have the door panel outside, the beepler outside. So in the future, you can also have the Face ID, the pin pad. So theoretically, I think my goal is not. You don't have to carry anything.
Right.
You is a living ID.
Wow.
What you think, bro?
Maximum feet. Greenie. Privacy in the flesh.
This is cool. Oh, we're being closed in.
Oh, they're getting us some privacy.
Want to make out or what? Like really relaxed right now. This is awesome. All right.
No, I don't. This is one that's Whose car is this?
It's my car.
There you go. Now it's yours.
This is my car. I already prepaid for it.
Alright, everybody's buckle up, please.
Comfy back there, guys?
So comfy.
So I hear this thing gets a lot of attention when you're on the road.
Oh yes.
I bet.
So what are the things that you get when you're on the road?
Well,
Like
obviously,
people stopping you and stuff?
Yeah, they stopped me. They asked me to roll out the window. What it is so cool, you know,
Right.
nice looking. And then after that, I'll just give a full throttle. Then see you.
And you give him the full throttle.
Bye.
See you later.
You ever let anybody take a look inside your car?
Yes. Well, obviously I've been with the company from day one, so it's really I'm super proud. This is kind of my baby too. The founder obviously has designed this car, has got all the concept is really coming from the founder, and will help to basically execute into reality.
The interior smells like a very high-end luxury car.
Right.
Like almost, I don't know, even...
You see this car is
I'm really
another
big
color.
into senses.
It's another color. It's just
Okay.
It's a
Right
gloss
there.
black.
Oh, I love that.
Another one.
I think that's the one we saw last night.
Oh, is it?
Maybe.
Okay, well, I'm not using the full power, but just give you some feeling about how this car is, how powerful this car is.
Okay. Whoa!
That wasn't full power.
That was not full power.
That feels faster than my Tesla.
Oh yes, for sure.
Wow, and my Tesla's fast.
Unbelievable.
Oh, dang, I felt that in my stomach.
Ooh, made my heart drop there.
Oh,
I was not expecting that.
might want to have your detail guy check these seats afterwards.
So we can do
Oh,
some.
lordy.
Wow.
Whoa! Oh, dang, that is so much fun.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, I had the other one. I had a friend. He was like, oh my God, I never had something like this before. So much power.
By the way, we were in Mexico doing these test runs, and that's with 4 people in the car.
Yeah.
The screen looks really intuitive too, like
It is.
it's really simple to
Yeah, just trying to play.
to navigate.
Yeah, you can play with it. No problem.
So how many cameras are? I see cameras everywhere on this thing.
Yeah, we have in total about 13 cameras inside and out.
Okay.
Also, the goal is in the future we want to. Yeah, this is the front camera that you can see the front.
Okay.
This is live stream as well. The cool thing of this one is, it's very funny. If you have someone behind you,
Uh-huh.
like you stop at the red light, you can see everything what they're doing. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so used to grabbing my door and closing it. I forgot there was a button for it. That doesn't hurt the door, does it? No?
You can do whatever you want.
Okay. I will say that the driver experience is very different than the passenger experience. I mean, obviously it's comforting as a passenger, but as a driver, you feel this sense of like luxury. And I mean, even just the steering wheel, and then of course when you... Yes!
You got me on that one.
Yeah!
He was trying to talk and trying to distract us.
Yeah!
Suddenly,
It's called clickbait.
Like,
Clickbaiting.
see guys in the back, they have
But
a
no,
lot
for
of
real, like
space.
it feels really smooth.
It is. It's also very easy to drive. The way how the steering wheel is designed is also very good for racing.
I can see why Chris Brown likes these. No, he loves them. But you see it all the time in his
Right.
Instagram stories. Oh, look, motorcycles to race. Want to race? Woo! Hey, roll your window down. Let's ask this guy if he wants to race. Want to race?
So for me, I can watch it, the live Wimbledon,
So what channels are available to that?
old channels. You can have actually old channels.
Oh, this guy wants to race. Sorry. All right, fam. So we're gonna be doing a special giveaway, an FFIE shirt signed by YT and the CEO of Faraday Future, Matthias. How do you say your last name? I don't want to butcher it.
Height.
Ait. Okay,
Yes.
we just did an amazing interview right now. That's going to be a separate video. Not sure when we're going to be able to release that. I just got a rather interesting idea. We're having Retail Investor Day, July 20th. How about I leave this shirt here, and the very first person that walks in that door gets that shirt?
That sounds relevant.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think
Or
that's
should we
a
do it
good
the
idea.
highest? Because I mean, that shows dedication right there.
Yeah.
They were here early. They're punctual. They love Faraday Future,
Yeah.
so they really want to get one of these shirts. So the first person that comes here is getting that shirt. I'm gonna have them do both shirts.
Yeah.
To the first two people that come here. How's that?
Your gifts. Yeah.
Wait, no way. We're getting something? I mean, I was cool with the shirt and just being here. No way.
The shirt is from the founder.
No, this is heavy. What's in here? This is so cool. I can't wait to open this. Thank you so much. Hey, I'm buying y'all some Mexican when we leave here. No way. No freaking way. Put this on right now.
I feel bad opening it. It's like a
Oh no, I don't feel bad opening
like
it.
a mint condition.
Oh my god. This. I mean, it's kind of hot in Florida, but I'll wear it here in California. And what the hell? I'll wear it in Florida too. Thank you. Appreciate it. No way. This is cool. Here's a cup.
Do you guys all drink out of these mugs here?
Yeah, we do.
Look at that. But wait, there's more. Wait, I don't want to break whatever's in here. A gavel? No way. Hey, I love this. I was not expecting that. Is this stuff that, wow, this thing's heavy. You can knock somebody out with this and knock their teeth out. That is great. And it says FFIE, NASDAQ.
When we give away the t-shirts, just man, you get a t-shirt.
Yeah. This is great. Thank you guys.
Awesome. Thank you.
And that's my size too. Appreciate that. And it actually says Faraday Future on it. Hey, y'all's merch game. Whoever does your merch,
They were on top of it.
yeah, they do a great job. The first two people to come on Investor Day. We are setting up a fund, a personal fund here on the page to put one of these cars on the moon. Actually put it on the moon. Tesla has a Tesla Roadster in outer space. We're gonna put one of these actually on the moon. So if you want to donate to that cause, I'm just kidding. But we're actually talking about it. What do you think of that? Put one of these on the moon.
Yeah.